Guess what happens when you post a video that's shite?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? If you're in a similar position where you're looking to document your life, you're looking to delve into the world of videography and get better at it, and like me, you've come to the conclusion that the only way to do that is to practice and fail and then put it out on the internet publicly, well then why don't you join me and let's figure it out together. Maybe I should start by telling you what I'm up to. I'm going through my nightly routine. The new meta I've found to get a good night's sleep is I draw myself a nice hot bath, get all cozy, get overheated as hell. Then I come out, I lay on my freshly made bed, put the fan on with a nice light breeze going over me while I read my book. And then I drift off to sleepy, sleepy land. And life is good. It's like the best part of my day. So I'm going to take you through that because this is what vloggers do, right? We bring you into every intimate detail of our life and sacrifice our privacy for views. Let's do it. I'm rereading the Mistborn series at the moment. I just started again, and yeah, there's something about reading fantasy before you go to bed, just like escaping into a completely made up world with no repercussions or consequences. It's just soothing. You know, I like reading about fantasy heists and all those good things in the comfort and safety of my own bed. Probably read for a little bit longer and then call it a day. It's like midnight right now or later. So yeah, I gotta get up tomorrow and teach a workshop and do some other stuff. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
I have to go do a editing workshop because I teach people how to edit and make videos and stuff. So I'm gonna go do that, get a bag, and then Shay gets back today. Yes, sir.
Work! Stop!
Okay, let's go have a shower.
It is. Christ, that's bright. It is 5:02. Yeah. Did my editing workshop. Went to the wrong address. Hell yeah, but made it there in time anyway, so it's all good. And now I've got a whole stack of thingalings I need to do. But I'm a little bit tired, so I might go grab a little iced coffee from the servo downstairs. Bruh, they're out of my favorite iced coffee, the Starbucks one, and they've been out of it for weeks, and I'm low-key getting pissed. Not on, mate. Not on. Okay, so I just got most of my mundane tasks for the evening done. The only other thing I've left to do was try book an appointment to get my fingerprints scanned by the Canadian immigration so that we can go to Canada next season. Yes, sir. But their system is a bit whack and they have not gotten back to us thus far. So that's kind of out of my control, you know? My hands are tied. And the last thing was to brainstorm videos. So the vlogs. So try to figure out how to make them. What is the basic skeleton structure to making a vlog? Because yeah, as I was saying before, I want to switch my content up to more vlog style. And the reason for this is that I've been struggling with making videos for a while now. We all know this. If you've been catching up with the channel, you know that I'm just one struggle after another. But I think the reason is because the format that I have been doing for this entire channel, which is the self-development video essay stuff, has gotten a little bit stale because I don't really know what I'm talking about, to be fair. I was watching this video by this other YouTuber called Abby Lee, and she made this video kind of similar to my predicament because she made self-development type video essays. And she was talking about how she was quoting Socrates, and she was like, all I know is that I know nothing. And that it's kind of hard to make self-development content as like an early 20-year-old person who hasn't had that much life experience, that doesn't actually have that much to offer. But both of us have like one video that's done quite well. And both of those came from lived experience. So she made a video about limerence, and which is the one that I found her on. It was a really good video. And my one was on the courage to be disliked when I was in Japan. And both of them came from a place of lived experience. And we got to offer our experience as value to people. But then you have one video that does well, or you kind of like get yourself in this little niche, and then every video has to be a new epiphany, a new insight. But insights don't come on your schedule. Like I can't post once every week, once every fortnight, a new divine insight. That's not really up to me. So the only sustainable way to make videos and to consistently provide value is just to document my experience, is to document my life, the things I'm struggling with, the ways I'm dealing with them, my everyday activities, bringing you along for the journey and showing you what's up. But I need to know how to do that, which surprisingly, as someone that has made videos for a long time-ish, it's hard. Like it's really hard to do something unscripted, but still have a storyline and still have like a structure to it. And it's even harder because I've been doing this for so long to swallow my pride, swallow my ego, and admit that I am once again a beginner and I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get my notepad out and try to sketch out a bit of a skeleton structure of how to repeatably make a vlog. Okay, so I came up with a little structure. We start with the hook. So most vlogs follow a structure where they'll open with what's called a hook, which is the first 2 to 3 or 3 to 5 seconds of your vlog. It's usually like an opening statement. Vlogging is easy if you know the right steps. I don't know, that's off the dome, don't judge that. Or it could be like a question, like an open-ended question that is going to be answered by the end of the video. Something of that nature. Then we move into scene 1. You would start with a lot of environmental shots, trying to set the scene, set the atmosphere, get some texture in there by getting some cool up-close macro shots. And then you just kind of talk about why you're exploring whatever it is you're exploring. And then scene 2 will be you taking action on that. So if we took this vlog, for example, like a meta example, it would be the shot you've just seen of me writing out what the structure is. So me trying to take action on this, figure out what my objective is. Could also be me like showing me actually going out and vlogging. You know, this is kind of just like a trial and error thing. You just do it, you document it, and then that leads into scene 3, which is your reflection scene, which is like, did it work? What changed? How do you feel? Closing thoughts, any other thoughts that came up. Maybe you realized that this wasn't the right approach, but you only learned that through your failure. That's valuable as well. So just reflecting on that, and maybe a closing thought could be like, but it spurred a new idea moving forward. I might try this next time. And then you can make a vlog about that. I don't know. And then the only other thing I put is to buffer the gaps between scenes. So something that I've never really done, I've always put B-roll on top of me talking, and I would never really put just bits of B-roll because I guess I was worried that that'd be bad for retention because you got to just keep giving people information. But the more I watch vloggers that I really like, the more I notice that they actually do take regular breaks of like, say 3 to 5 seconds of just visuals to music, and it kind of segments your videos without you having, like usually I would segment my videos by doing a big title and like chaptering them. This does it a little bit more subtly, but it's like has a really good effect that it's like, it gives the video a bit of room to breathe. It's not just me talking 24/7. Like you have a little gap of just calming visuals, absorb what was happened in the last scene, and then that prepares you, kind of closes that scene in your brain, and then you can follow the next scene. So that's something I've noted from watching other people's vlogs. I'm going to try and implement in mine. So far, that's my basic structure. I don't think this is the only way to do a vlog, obviously. This is just what I've observed, and probably through the lens of my own biases, still like leaning towards my old style of content. But yours can be different. As I said, this is just one structure, but I'm going to stick with this for as long as it's useful, and then I'm hoping with practice it can just naturally evolve as time goes on. That's me done for that and for my like kind of life admin. But guess what I have next? A little pickleball action. So me and Shay are about to go pickle some balls. Yeah, I'll take you with me. Let's go! Pickleball was closed, it was raining, so I couldn't go do that. So me, Shay, and Sophie, we just stayed inside and watched some anime. We watched some Jujutsu Kaisen. And a common theme, because we've been watching lots of anime, me and Shay, we just finished Hunter x Hunter, and a common theme in all these animes that I've been watching is just getting stronger. Like that's 90% of animes, it's just one main character wanting to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And so I think seeing anime characters just be like, I will sacrifice my life to get stronger. I'm like, you know what? I can post a shitty YouTube video, because at the end of the day, what I really want out of this is just to get better and better and better until I'm like really proud of my skills and what I can do with the camera and how I can tell stories. But that's gonna require me to swallow my pride and just make stuff. So yeah. Anyway, those are my closing thoughts from this vlog. I've absolutely no idea how this is gonna turn out in the edit. This might be quite challenging, but if it's jagged and jarring, I'm just gonna leave it that way. And I'm gonna post it anyway. Because I actually think, as I said, that's probably the most inspiring thing I can do, is just post something that's kind of a bit wonky. And you'll realize that, hey, it's fine to do that. No one dies. And you'll get better every single vlog. So, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. You are a true soldier. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright?